The Pacific Ocean.
Nakotis is somewhere in the Pacific?
Looks like it.
Hold on, Professor. I think we're about to land.
Red sand. This must be the Great Sandy Desert.
So we're in Australia. We crossed half the world in, what, half an hour at most?
For all his fascination with Ythian tech, Harry didn't answer. He was still debating whether to tell Evie what he'd discussed with Dr. West.
Here we are. This is Nakotis.
Wow. Look, Professor. A camp.
Looks abandoned.
I'll stay here, Professor. Let me know if you find anything.
So Stahl and Bowen had an argument. Big surprise. Symbols. Interesting. This colossal door seems to be the entrance to one of those ancient structures. These controls seem to contain spheres of black ooze. Somehow the Yithians were able to store light and channel it through those lenses. Apparently, Bowen's goons spent a good long while trying to force this massive stone door open. Well, thank you, Sherlock. Does this manipulate the shapes? This is the Nazi who escaped from the radio station. Well, well, look at that.
Ever since he got some black ooze on him back at Harry's house, Eugene Kingsley's health had collapsed, and he died not long after reaching Australia.
That really looks like Nakal architecture. Seems she had a rare moment of good judgment.
Dr. Patricia Seckler might have been deeply interested in studying alien entities or mysterious flying polyps, but she wasn't willing to die for it.
This looks similar to the platform I used back on the island. Nope, it isn't working. Well, looks like that did something. How can these lenses still be so perfectly polished after millions of years down here?
Yithian technology never ceased to fascinate Harry.
Did you see anything like this in your visions of Nakotas, Evangeline?
The Yithian use technology based on mirrors and light, but this is the first time I've seen a system this complex.
Nope, it isn't working. These symbols must mean something. The spheres are moving. Symbols. Interesting. Look, Evangeline. I can rotate the shapes using these controls. Right. That one was tricky. Nope, it isn't working. I think I've got it. Sort of.
It wasn't the first time Harry had stepped onto a stone platform lifted by black ooze, and it still unsettled him.
Another one of those moving patterns. Evangeline, watch out.
The floor of this place is crawling with those pollen things.
I don't think it saw us. We really must be careful. Good. I hope this is the last pattern. The spheres are moving. Yes, I opened it. The door's opening. Let's move ahead. Any sign of those polyps, Evangeline?
Not that I can see.
There was no sign of the polyps, true. But there was no sign of Bowen either.
Good lord, what happened here?
Looks like they ran into those smoke things. Well, there's one of those cultists dead on the ground.
Bowen and Stahl had a last-minute argument over how the mind-swapping machine should be used. It didn't end well, especially for Stahl, whose dream of a 1,000-year Reich died right there with him.
Look at this architecture. Does it look familiar to you?
Professor, this looks like the archives. The great library from my memories, but back then it was full of life. This place is in ruins.
Makes sense, Evangeline. Millions of years have passed since you were here. This is breathtaking.
If this is the place where I was millions of years ago, the mind-swapping device must be at the top of that basalt tower.
What is this thing? Looks like a ray of light. Whoa, whoa! The polyps are gathering over there.
What's going on? What are they trying to do?
I don't know what drives those creatures. I don't understand what they do, or why they do it.
Professor, do you hear some kind of chanting?
Yes, and I believe I recognize the one chanting. I don't like this. Bowen, stop right there!
Everhart, what are you doing here? How did
I took the number 3 bus to Nakotas. Now get out of there, you idiot!
Don't even think about it, Professor. Not when I'm this close. The Bowens have spent generations searching for the knowledge we were promised. Oh, yes. Nalathotep, herald of the almighty Azathoth.
Cultist ranting always sounds ridiculous, especially when they spout their nonsense out loud.
Enough of this. I'll drag you out of there by your heels if I have to.
Do not come any closer. I'm warning you.
Of course, things change when cultists are armed.
Listen to me, Bowen. I know the great race of Yith. They've spoken to me, and you know it. Look around you. Those black polyps wiped out your entire cult. And you're next. You have nothing to gain, do you hear me?
I've convinced him, Evie thought. I actually convinced that stubborn old fool. I can't believe it.
You think you're gonna stop me with your empty talk, girl? I don't have time for your foolishness. The Black Pharaoh awaits.
Ugh, figures, Evie thought. And when Bowen powered up the mind-swapping device, she realized she'd have to do something, and fast.
Professor, if he activates the mind-swapping device, we're finished!
Harry was out of time. He had to make a decision. Harry remembered Dr. West's words. Evangeline has to sacrifice herself, Professor. It's the only way to stop Bowen and preserve the space-time continuum. But he didn't give a rat's ass what Dr. West had to say. Harry wasn't going to let Frank Drayton's daughter meet the same fate as her father. There had to be another way.
Professor? Professor!
I'm sorry, kid. I'm really sorry. For everything.
Harry!
And as she screamed, Evie watched the stubborn old grouchy archaeology professor sacrifice his life to save hers and all of humanity. Harry found himself in the ooze pool, completely covered in the substance he feared most. He knew this was his death sentence, but at least he was going to make sure Caleb didn't swap his mind with anyone.
Are you out of your mind, Everhart? Haven't you seen what that liquid does to humans?
I know it better than you do, you kook.
No, don't touch that. You'll interrupt the transfer process. No, no, no! Oh no, oh no. Not the ice.
And so, on November 6th, 1957, in that basalt tower of the city that millions of years earlier had been Nicotis, my husband, Harry Everhart, was consumed by the black ooze. Upon waking in that infinite ocean of blackness, Harry thought that he had died. Well, I hope it was worth something at least, he thought. He was waiting to see the light at the end of the tunnel when a voice surprised him. One he recognized instantly. My voice. Harry?
Nora?
I'm so glad to see you, my dear old pal.
Nora? Nora! Am I dreaming?
No, you're not dreaming.
Then I'm dead, right?
No, you're not dead either.
I don't understand, Nora. Everything is so confusing.
Easy, Harry. We've got plenty of time. Ask whatever you need to ask.
Where am I? Where are we? What is this place?
This, Harry, is the Ichor, a place beyond time and space. And now you're connected.
Connected to whom? To you?
To the Elder God. Both of us are.
What or who is this Elder God?
It's hard to provide a simple answer to such a complicated question, Harry. The Elder God has gone by many names throughout the ages. Amaterasu, Terrans, Kor Yithar, Kailamanu. His judgment is inscrutable, at times even incomprehensible. And in some way, Those of us who are part of him are connected, beyond time and space. I don't know, Harry. Maybe the Elder God is simply God.
What does the Elder God want?
To offer you its gratitude. It's what I've been trying to tell you ever since you and I parted ways.
The shadows. That was you?
Exactly. But it isn't easy to communicate with someone outside the Icor. And I'll admit, an oily shadow probably wasn't the sight you were hoping for.
And why is the Elder God grateful to me?
First, because you reunited him with his lost daughter, Hacha Folgoffen. But besides that, you've helped with something far more important.
What?
The Yithians sustained their energy by channeling the Black Ichor. The Ichor is the essence of the Elder God. That process caused him immense pain and suffering, but you've put an end to it. You've given the Great Race another way to transfer their consciousness. And now they live beyond time and space, connected to the Elder God.
But Nora, I haven't done anything beyond stopping that kook Bowen.
But you will. And at the same time, you've already done it.
Nora, I don't think I follow.
Harry, it takes a while to understand what beyond time and space means. But you will, my love. Believe me.
How is it possible that I didn't die? I'm covered in that black ooze.
The blood of the Elder God does not harm those who are connected to him. That's why it didn't harm me on the island. That's why you sent me there, remember? To be who I really was? Now he can't, and won't, hurt you either. Because connected to him is someone who loves you and protects you. And that's me, Harry.
Who is, or was, Dr. West? Is it you?
No, Harry. I'm just a humble art teacher from Newburyport. Don't worry. Dr. West will be waiting for you when you wake up.
That means I can't stay here with you, can I?
Harry, you're already here with me, my love. We've been together for all eternity.
What?
But you need to go back to your time now. There's a life waiting for you, an important task you have to carry out, and people who depend on you. Evie will need your help, and you'll only be able to help her if you live a whole life. Will you promise me that?
Yes, I promise.
And one more thing. Tell Evie Papa is waiting for her at the Benoit house with the whole family. She'll know what it means.
I'll tell her.
Well, I guess this is goodbye, old pal. For now.
I love you so much, Nora. I'm going to miss you terribly.
Don't be sad, Harry. It's only a matter of time. A matter of time and space. And remember, I love you too, Harry.
Harry, can you hear me?
Oh no.
You did it, Professor. You saved us all.
Don't come any closer, Evangeline. I'm covered in...
Do not worry. She is also connected to the Icor, Professor Everhart.
Harry couldn't believe his eyes. That was Caleb Bowen in that ridiculous Egyptian costume. Somehow he had survived the consciousness transfer.
Bowen? No. What is he doing here?
No, Professor, it's not what it looks like. It's...
My race is deeply grateful to you both.
Harry understood at once who was now occupying Caleb Bowen's body.
The loop is in the process of closure. That is optimal. But we must continue working.
Process of closure? What are you talking about?
Do not worry. What comes next will be far easier. We only need to follow the plan you and I laid out the first time you contacted me. Dr. West.
Harry, we've never talked about it, but when the moment comes and I make the mind transfer, don't you think it would be easier if...
If you explain to my 1957 self who you are and what's going to happen in the future?
Yes.
What if something goes wrong with the loop because of that change? Wouldn't it break the space-time continuum?
Well, I'm not sure. I just wanted to spare you that unnecessary distress and...
I'll handle it, Evie. You know it. It's already happened. Better not to take any risks.
I guess you're right, Harry. And as you say, if we're still here, it's because it already happened.
Harry Everhart died at 12:30 on May 6, 1983. Days later, Dr. Evangeline West took his ashes to the Atlantic coast.
Well, Harry, there we are. I just wanted to thank you for everything you did. You were a grumpy and stubborn old man, and honestly a very difficult person to deal with at times, but I'm no good at this. I promised I'd bring your ashes to the sea, so... Goodbye, Professor Everhart. Thank you for everything.
Before she turned away, Evie thought she saw something move in the depths of the sea. She felt as if she had finally brought together two souls that had been separated for a very long time. But it was probably just her imagination.